Hello, it's Melinda from, where am I from? Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. I don't even know where I'm from today. Happy Easter, everyone. This will go up Easter Monday. I'm actually doing this voiceover on Easter Sunday. I decided I better do some sort of Easter crafty this year. So I've been playing with my gel plate video, which you saw yesterday, and then I had all these beautiful gel prints I wanted to do something with, so I decided to grab out one of my art journals. And I'm determined to use this art journal up this year. Very close, getting only a few pages left. This is my altered wine book that actually has turned into 2 books and getting rather thick, but I love working in altered books. So just gessoing, just using Montmark gesso, just coating. One of the pages had a black and white image and one had just text on it. When I prepared the book, or when I tore a lot of pages out, I left a lot of black and white images in there intending to alter them, and now I'm getting to the end of the book. I don't know how to alter them, and so I'm just gessoing over them. Is that cheating? I had good intentions of leaving some, and I may go and alter some of them. I wanted a page to do this, and this is the page I found, so I'm now gessoing the least interesting pages in the book, if that makes sense. So just giving that a good old dry with my heat tool. I had to do 2 coats of gesso on the black and white picture just because I wanted a white background. One of the disadvantages of working in an altered book is you start with something on your page, and if you want to start with white, you need to gesso it. So I wanted some colour under some tissue paper I'm going to lay down in a minute. So I grabbed some Kaiser Craft paints, Pretty Pink and Spearmint. They're a couple of the colours I used in gel printing yesterday, or with the gel printing video, and decided to just spray them on because I was too lazy to go get my paintbrush. And spraying it on gives it some nice texture. So just adding green and pink. Because the tissue paper is white that I am going to glue over the top in a minute, I wanted colour in the background. I didn't want to go over the tissue paper because I didn't want to lose the nice pictures. So again, just drying that. Because you're brayering it, using the brayer or the roller to apply the paint, it's very thin anyway. I did cut out most of the drying and most of the fiddly bits just to get this video down to just over 11 minutes, it looks like, 12 minutes, something like that. Maybe a bit longer. Well, it's under 20, hang on, it's under 15 minutes, I can see it on the clock. So this paper I got from Aldi. I did actually do a haul video on this one because it's only the one thing I picked up. I hauled some other tissue paper, and I didn't see this one when I hauled the other ones. Now, whether it come in at a different time, and unfortunately I only found one of these. It is gorgeous with these watercolour eggs, and I'm being really stingy, and I'm not putting it on the bottom, probably 1.5 inches because I know I want to put some sort of grass or some gel printed paper down there, and I'm cutting it quite close to the edge to save as much of that paper as possible. You do get 3 sheets in the pack from Aldi for, I think it was 99 cents, and I just love the watercolour type eggs. I would have grabbed several more of that packs, but I may go in today or tomorrow and have a look, but when I picked that up about a week ago, there was only the 1 sheet left, which was very disappointing. So just using my Liquitex Matte Gel Medium, my favourite adhesive, because it's matte and it's real matte. Sometimes you get Mod Podge and it says matte and it's still a bit glossy. But the price of our Liquitex Gel Medium, means I only can pick it up when Lincraft or Spotlight have a 40% off sale. I have a very good coupon, and we don't get coupons a lot in Australia. Not like your regular ones in America where you get 40% off or 50% off any single item, like on a weekly basis. We don't get that. Lincraft are having a 40% off sale over Easter for the next 5 days, but I don't think I need any more Liquitex. I've got a few more bottles of similar stuff I want to use up first. So just going over and under that, just using a water brush to apply it. Why I'm using a water brush? Because it was the closest brush to hand. I was being very lazy this weekend, so just adding a coat over the top of the tissue paper. So this jar is about half empty. The problem with this matte gel is I tend to love it, so I tend to do a lot of pages when I have a jar of it open, and I use it up really quickly, and it's a bit sad. So I have to swap back to my lesser favourite adhesive for the next jar. And then it will seem like it will be forever for me to use it because I don't like using it, so I don't use it that often. Isn't that terrible? Okay, so this is a bunch of gel prints. I created yesterday, and I'm trying not to yawn. I should not be yawning. This yawning is coming back when I'm doing voiceovers. I was up a bit late last night crafting. It's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So just these green ones here are when I just roll my brayer off. Every time I apply or do a new sort of set of gel printing, when I have paint on my brayer, I just brayer it onto, this is greaseproof paper from Woolworths, and it's like a tissue paper, a bit thicker than a tissue paper. It might be equivalent to, it's a bit thicker than deli paper. And I just roll it in single lots, and then it's great to use as texture. So that bunny bag is from Aldi. I got those a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to cut out the bunny and use one of the bunnies on the bag. The bags were 99 cents for 10 or 12 or something. They're really good value. So I decided to fussy cut some of these images out. So if you didn't see the video yesterday, and I will link it below, this particular one I'm cutting out now I don't end up using. I end up picking another colour of it. That one there is stamped bunny images from a sun catcher I got at Coles. So all of these designs either come from the sun catcher, a stained glass like paper set, or some cookie stamps. I was trying to think of it. All these round ones and all these eggs come from a cookie stamp. So just playing around with the placement. I will go back and fussy cut that purple bunny completely. I just took him out roughly to start with. So just going through. I do stop it in a few minutes because I got to the point where I don't know what I'm going to do, and I will fussy cut the rest of these circles out. But seriously, you don't need to sit there and watch me cut stuff out of paper. It's pretty simple. You take your scissors, take your paper, combine them, and eventually you cut it out. And I like to fussy cut quite close to my face. Not quite close to my face, that's terrible. Quite close to me, and it's hard to stay in shot. So in a moment I'm umming and ahhing, deciding what to use. Oh, and then I'd go and pop some papers and fluff everything around. So this is the point where I go, I don't know what I'm going to do, let's turn the camera off and go and decide. Oh, magic! Look, it's all cut out! Now the gluing begins. So I decided to glue the grass first. So magic of television, everything's cut out. So just using the same Liquitex matte medium, matte gel, what is it called? Liquitex matte gel. So just using that to put everything down. And I probably won't have to seal this page. I did notice when I opened the book today, one of the letters did stick, so I might give it a coat of, in a couple of days. I leave them probably 3 or 4 days to completely dry and set on everything. Before I seal them, and I do seal them with clear shoe polish, which I must find. I've got several pages I need to seal in this book. Or in the meantime, I just leave a piece of greaseproof paper between the layers, and that seems to work as well. So sealing with the clear shoe polish, or Daddy Van's wax, you get that in America, but clear shoe polish or neutral shoe polish is what we've found in Australia that's equivalent and quite cheap. Just puts a protective layer so the pages don't stick together, and it's handy to do it over either glossy paint or glossy Mod Podge, because that tends to, the matte stuff doesn't tend to stick together, but anything glossy does. Just got to remember, you've got to be completely done with your art journal page when you go to add your wax, and done with both sides of the page, because when you add the wax you can't go and then add anything over the top of it. It doesn't like it. So you've got to be completely satisfied you're finished with everything. I didn't know how sticking the bunny down, because it was like a food bag, it had like a slick surface on the back. Here's my head bumping into shot. Looks like I do need to go dye my hair again. It's been several months since I've hand dyed it, and seeing the grey spots. So the bunny did stick down quite well with the matte gel medium. I was surprised. I thought I might have had to get some tacky glue or some better glue out. So I hope everyone's having a fantastic Easter. I'm actually home alone for Easter, but that's okay. I'm getting loads of work done, loads of housework done, loads of crafting done, loads of stuff done. I'm about to tear apart my bedroom and do some reorganisation. Maybe starting that at 4 o'clock in the afternoon is not a good idea, but because I want to sleep tonight, and I can't sleep in Alexis' bed because she sleeps in a bunk. So if I'm not done, I'm actually going to start when this video starts rendering. If I don't get done by bedtime tonight, the couch might seem like a good place to sleep. But that's my goal for tonight and tomorrow, is to tear my bedroom apart and do some sorting out and organising and just decluttering and fun stuff. Yeah, fun stuff. So just giving that a good old dry. And then I decided to go on just the internet and typed in bunny quote. I didn't know what I want to add to this page. It's somewhat cutesy. Somewhat cutesy for what I usually do, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. So one of the first ones that popped up said, every failed hop is one hop closer to success. So I thought that sort of went quite well with the quote. So I grabbed out some really old Kaiser letter stickers and stuck them on, and you'll see some of the S's are a bit funny. I actually ran out of S's. I've probably used this sheet of stickers 3 or 4 times, and as you know, if you've ever used a pack of stickers, there is never enough of any letter that you want to use. It's usually vowels you run out of, but it was S's this particular time. And you also notice a couple of E's, I turned the 3's upside down and around the other way. So they worked quite well. So I do get clever in my art journal, because, yeah, what do you do with a sheet of stickers when 3/4 of the stickers are left and you're missing some of the common letters? At the moment, that set of stickers is nearly at that stage where I've got to just use it as background, because we've nearly just got all the yucky letters left. So I decided that the letters needed just to stand out a little bit more, so I grabbed a fine liner and just went around them with a little black, just makes them pop off the page. I did a scribbly border around the edge, because I like to have some sort of border, whether it's just a scribbly border just to define where the page ends. I know you can see where the page ends, but it just makes it look a bit better. So I think that's about all I do to the layout. Just going around sort of the inside and the outside of the letters. I'm really happy with how this page turned out. It's very cutesy to what I usually do, but Easter is sort of cutesy anyway. But I'm happy with it. I had fun doing it, and I'm happy at the end. Art journaling is not about an end piece that will hang in the Louvre, as I explain it to friends and sometimes friends and new people that are into mixed media. It's about the journey, and if you have fun putting it together, if you get to the end and add something and then it looks like a dog's breakfast, you've had fun doing it. Then I decided that these eggs and circles just needed a bit of definition to make them pop from the page. I could have taken my Intense pencil and did it with a bit of water, but I just wanted to be subtle. I didn't want it to be like a big shadow, so that hence why I went with the fine liner. So just a scribbly line, not being perfect, because if I did perfect ones, if I did perfect ones and then mucked one up, wouldn't be perfect anymore. Oh, excuse me, motorbike. Every time I go to do a voiceover or film a real talking video, a big motorbike decides it wants to go past. I don't know, or a truck or something. Or something lands on the roof and makes a hell of a noise. So we're about done. That's my Easter art journal page. I'll just show you, it's a bit hard to show you with my light set up at the moment. But I love how this page turned out. It's very cutesy, very different. I'm not finding, I wanted to find my style this year, but I don't have a style. Everything's just, I don't know, I do steampunk to everything. This you could possibly call shabby chic. It's sort of in those colours, and here's some close-up pictures. So thank you for watching my art journal page and my jelly printing. If you didn't catch that one yesterday, you can go and have a look at how those papers were made. And wishing everyone a happy Easter and a safe holidays for anyone in Victoria, Australia that's now on school holidays. And Alexis and I've got some exciting things planned for school holidays. Plans, yes. Execution, no idea. If you see it, you see it. Isn't that terrible? I'll catch up with you later. Bye for now.